I'm going to share with you three. I'm going to share elements 13, 25, and 77. Remember those things. Actually, this also contains things for compounds and bonus poems, and this is why I'm intentionally choosing this first one for 13. This is a bonus poem, and it's because of some people here who might not be from the States. This is called Aluminium. Aluminium.
Aluminium. Yeah.
Aluminum. So back in the day, this is how researchers conducted science when working with things they didn't know. So when a Denmark man in 1825 discovered element 13 and wanted to know everything about it, he tasted the element. Thinking it was bitter and it made his mouth tighten up like he had eaten alum, he posed the name for element 13 to be Alumium. Now, anyway, I lost my spot. Posed the name to be Aluminium. But I think the scientists didn't like the element naming, that formed the element naming community didn't like that name, so they called the element Aluminium. But the element's name is aluminum. Alumium is a British thing, so what do we know in the States is aluminum? Well, I heard a man explain that he heard, now I don't know if this is true, but hear me out. He heard that in the States, when a company, it might have been the Aluminum Corporation of America, Alcoa, but I'm not sure. But when it was starting, it filed its name for the federal government for when they were needing to write their name Aluminium Company of America, and they forgot the letter I. And their name became the Aluminum Company of America. Well, now it's stuck, not only to the company, but also to the science community in America. And because someone forgot to write the letter I for registering a company name, all American-speaking countries now say aluminum instead of aluminium. So from tasting like alum to misspelling a word, aluminium, I mean aluminium, or wait, should I say aluminum? Well, now it has quite a list of aliases. This one is manganese. I wanted plants around. She had always had plants around. Everything thrived with her. And since she died, my house has become a jungle. Let me at least have control over this. And let me add water nearly daily to the plant I bought when I visited her, or the tree she gave me years ago. And plant food in the water, because I don't want anything to die. Trim the dead leaves, because they would remind me that even nature misses her. I would keep the plants near windows, and because they need their light. These manganese, their manganese makes it would actually turn chlorophyll. It would actually help with our chlorophyll production. Actually, their manganese assimilation, and it assimilates the carbon dioxide into phosphorescence. I can't even say words. I'm sorry, in a photosynthesis. So, breathe in our carbon dioxide and give me more of my precious oxygen, because then we can realize how we depend on each other. So, actually, I should stock up on manganese plant supplements. I'll make sure you get everything you need. I'll make sure nothing happens to you. This one is Iridium. You don't often say Iridium. I was thinking about jewelry settings like platinum group metals, so I could find just the right metal for the perfect setting. But wait, in the periodic table, right next to platinum, there's iridium. It's the second densest element there is, and it looks silvery white like platinum, but it also has a hint of gold hue to it. It sounds perfect. But wait a minute, because iridium is so hard and brittle, it would break apart. But the one thing that's cool is when scientists realized the Cretaceous period and the Paleogene period boundary from 65 million years ago, they found a strong layer of iridium-rich clay. And no one knows for sure, but scientist Luis Alvarez and his team theorized that a massive asteroid collision or a comet impact, which may have driven the dinosaurs to extinction, this interstellar object was colliding with the Earth, and it was rich in iridium, leaving iridium in the clay that separated these two geologic periods. But it's just a theory, but it sounds kind of cool, and it's one more way to find iridium so fascinating, even if I can't use it for jewelry. Now that I think about it, there might be something to this Alvarez theory, because right now there is what they call the Iridium satellite constellation, which literally is a set of satellites covering all voice and data storage around the world for cell phones and mobile electronic devices. So, yeah, if iridium can relate to a change in geologic, I'm so screwing up the historical periods. You know what I'm saying, you know the word. And if it can relate to satellites orbiting the Earth now for global communication, well, that's more reason to admire this dense, heavy element any way we can find it. Thank you.